Welcome. Welcome to the 5-day money challenge 2026. How exciting that we're here. My name is Dr. Adila Rafiz. If you have not met me before, if you have never done any work with me, I'm just honored that you're here. I'm excited that you are here because every year we do this challenge. I have been running it since I think 2019, maybe 2020. And we have phenomenal results. Your life is about to change, and you might have done plenty of work on mindset, on money, on healing, on finding the hidden wounds. I promise this hits in a different way. And the reason it works so effectively is because with my work and with my modality, body whispering, we are always working at all three levels of mind, body, and energy together. And so the things that normally take a certain amount of time before you get to that bottom layer, we get there very, very quickly because we are always incorporating all three levels and layers of mind, body, and energy. And you are a whole being. And these are the things that are actually running the show. Okay. So again, if you're new, welcome. Please say hello. It's really great to be here, and I'd love to get to know some of you better, especially if this is your first time. So right now in the comments, let me know if this is your first time doing the challenge or if you are a repeater, if you've done this many, many times before. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the instructions for the next 5 days. Today is day 1. And we have some homework. We have some things that we do that get you set up for the 5 days and a way for you to track your results so you can share your results. And every year we also do an exciting giveaway to keep you encouraged and to keep you motivated to share into this group, because the more that you share, the more you will be able to get into the energy. The more that you are open to this work creating miracles for you, the more it will. But you do not have to believe in it. You just have to be open to it. Okay. The work will work for you itself. So I'm going to now do a couple of things. Welcome everyone. If you're here, don't worry if you're nervous. Don't worry if you don't know what to do yet. I'm about to tell you. Okay, so you've joined at the perfect time. I would love for you to tell me if you are joining for the first time or you're repeating, and I'd also love for you to tell me where in the world you are so that I can see where you all are from. Okay. I'm going to now give you the instructions for the next 5 days. Okay, we are going to be tracking how much money you are making in real time. And every time you share your wins or every time you ask a question in the group, you are going to go into the draw to win some amazing prizes at the end of the 5 days. So, number 1, it's called the 5-day money challenge, and there's a couple of figures that I would like you to keep a track of. So, number 1, can you please, if you have a piece of paper and a pen with you, or if you have your phone, or if you're just going to remember this figure, that is fine. I would like you to think of a number, think of a figure of money that you would like to receive every day for the next 5 days that is over and above what you already know or expect to be receiving. And it doesn't have to be a wild, crazy number that you don't actually believe you're going to receive. And this is an important thing to note. And I'm going to talk to you about the energetics of this shortly. But when we are opening a door to a different way of functioning, we want to create safety with it for our nervous systems, right? For our body, for our energy. The first way we can create safety is not by going for something that is completely unknown and seems impossible to our subconscious mind, that is actually setting yourself up for failure. It's why sometimes people say they want to do something, but it's actually so far away from their current reality, they never get anywhere close to it, because they simply do not have that congruence and that integrity with that thought. So I would like you to think about, if you were to receive this amount of money that you're thinking of right now, Can you right now imagine receiving it? Can you believe you're going to receive it? Is it easy for you to just receive it? So I want you to stretch yourself a little bit, but not too much. And we'll get to stretching yourself more slightly later. But for your number one figure in the 5-day money challenge, you're going to think of a number you would like to receive that is somewhere between 20 to maybe a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000, depending on what your baseline is, more than what you are expecting or normally receive on a day-to-day basis. Does everyone understand? Is that easy? Is that making sense? Yeah? So your figure number one is a amount of money you would like to receive every day for the next 5 days that is a little bit more than what you are currently expecting to get. Okay? All right, so figure number 2 is nice and easy. You're just going to times that by 5. So at the end of the 5 days, so if every day you're expecting to get $100 more, by the end of this 5 days, you should have $500 more dollars. If you wrote $1,000 more per day, or 1,000 dirhams, or 1,000 rupees, or whatever currency you are in, please choose the currency that's relevant for you. I'm based in New Zealand. I use dollars. I work with American dollars, so I will use dollars mostly. It's the easiest currency for me to think about and to convert into, but I want you to use the currency and the amount that's relevant for you. So it might be 1,000 rupees, it might be 10,000 rupees, it might be 20,000 rupees a day. And therefore, at the end of 5 days, that's 20, 40, 60, 80, it'll be a lakh, okay, that you want at the end of 5 days. Use your currency. Make this easy for you. If you wanted an extra $1,000 a day, at the end of 5 days, you're hoping, you are wanting and expecting to have $5,000 more at the end of this challenge. Okay, finally, so everyone's got 2 figures now, their daily figure, their total figure at the end of 5 days. The third figure we call our miracle figure or our miracle event. Now, this is the stretch. This is the one where you're like, I really don't know if this is going to work. And I really don't know if this money challenge is anything really good, but if I were to receive $10,000 or $5,000, again, whatever is energetically speaking to you, but still believable to your nervous system and to your subconscious mind. So don't write $1 million if you have no concept of $1 million. Don't even write 100,000 if you just completely cannot believe it would ever happen. But if you believe, you know what? I can expect miraculously to get 5,000 extra dollars out of nowhere, or 10,000 or 20,000, then that is your miracle figure. It's still stretching yourself, but it's still not unbelievable. The other thing that you can do instead is you can use a miracle event. So in the past, in this money challenge, we have had people at the end of the 5 days have their miracle event occur. And for them, their intention when they started this program was they were looking for their dream job. And they got that job offer by the end of the 5 days. Other people finally booked or got a dream holiday. Other people closed on a house or were able to put an offer in on their dream house. Things like this. Things that for you are an energetic match for where you are currently at in your life. It's not completely unbelievable for you, but it seems like a miracle if it were to happen, especially right now in your life. So that is your miracle event or miracle figure. The dream holiday, the dream house, the dream job. You can do dream relationship if you want. It doesn't have to be just about money, because it's going to make you feel really rich and abundant if you have that relationship show up. But basically, you want 3 things on your piece of paper or in your mind for this challenge: your daily amount, your end of the 5-day amount, and your miracle event or miracle amount. Everyone good? Give me a thumbs up if this is good, if this makes sense, if you're happy with that. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Yes, you can do love hearts on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, welcome. It's so great to have you here. Now, let's get into the work. How does this challenge work? What is this? Okay, so again, if you're new to me, if you're new to my work, I'm a mind body energy specialist. I have been doing this work for 15 years, and I have my own modality that I've developed called body whispering. And body whispering is about working intuitively with your physical body. As a clinical practitioner, I trained as a chiropractor, I'm a kinesiologist. I've worked in clinical practice for many, many years. I've taken all my clinical knowledge, I've put it together with working with some of the most difficult cases and realizing that there's usually a trauma link, a nervous system link, and there is somewhere that there is an emotional link that is triggering you to act or behave in the ways that you behave. So I put that together along with my innate ability. My gift in life is I read bodies and I heal. I can heal people through the work that I do. Okay. And so that is what body whispering is. It works intuitively and innately with your body, with your energy. It unlocks trauma, it unlocks blocks, it brings you back to how you are innately meant to function as a holistic being, a being who's able to heal and move forward in life and not be stuck when you experience trauma, when you experience things that create behaviors or patterns in your life. Okay, so that is what I do. Now, from there, I've gone on and I work all over the world with money, with businesses, with wealth, with health. And my other modalities are called business whispering and wealth whispering. In this challenge, we use a little bit of all of the above: body whispering, business whispering, and wealth whispering. But at the end of the day, we're using this methodology to clear the blocks and to clear the trauma and to undo those places where in your mind, in your body, or in your energy, you have been stuck or you got stuck because of either a belief or an experience that you have taken on, like you have created in your body because of your early years or in the formative years of your life. Or it's also possible that you inherited this belief or block because when we are young, from the time we are in utero to the first few years of our life, when we are nonverbal, if you think about being 0, 1, or 2 years old, you do not listen to words. You are aware of your energy. You're aware of how safe you feel or how happy you feel or how unhappy you feel based on your environment and based on what your parents are experiencing. And if your parents had money blocks, if your parents had beliefs around anything in life, we inherit those beliefs. And unless we then create different beliefs through our own experiences, we carry on those beliefs. It's why we have inherited layers and generations of poverty, or people that kind of are in the same socioeconomic status for generations and generations, because you don't go beyond what your grandfather believed and experienced, what your father believed and experienced, and then what you believed and experienced, until and unless you get to a place of realization where you realize, oh, I can actually change this. This is not set in stone, even though it feels like it is set in stone. I have the ability to heal or to go beyond the past, whether that past is your past or whether that past is actually generational. And over the next 5 days, the reason it's so powerful is we hit many, many angles of what created your beliefs and your behaviors. We don't just do one exercise. We are not just working at one level. Over the next 5 days, we have exercises. Today is uncovering your hidden money blocks. We go into uncovering your receiving blocks, uncovering what you believe about your worth. And finally, we go into really getting your nervous system to feel safe with money. My dog's not feeling safe with money right now. Okay, so I want you to think about what I just said. How safe is your nervous system feeling with money? That's a huge indicator for you. That's what we're going to today. What's stored in your nervous system? What's hiding in your body to do with your money beliefs? So how many of you can type yes, or you can type the body part that speaks. How many of you feel money blocks, or you feel a sensation in your stomach when money comes up, or a lack of money is in your life, or you have anything happening where you suddenly are not sure about money? How many of you feel it in your stomach? How many of you get that either you get anxiety that feels like it's in the pit of your stomach? How many of you get like your stomach drops? Or it might be a different part of your body. Some of you might feel it in your chest. Some of you might feel it as different sensations. Tell me what you feel in your body when you know you're experiencing money stress. What is the common thing for you to feel in association with money? And if you've never thought about this before, have a think about this. And if you haven't identified it before, I'm going to help you identify it shortly. Okay. So today, I'm going to ask you to uncover some of your hidden money blocks and beliefs. What's hiding in your body that creates a physical stoppage? Because just go back to what I said earlier. When you don't feel safe, if your nervous system doesn't feel safe, we don't go there. So you might be thinking, I would really like a rise. I'd really like to have a promotion or a raise. I'd really like to rise above my current position at work. I'd really like to go beyond. I'd really like my level of pay to be increased. I'd like to rise from my current level of whatever it is, employee, management, higher management, middle management. I want to get to the next level. Okay. That's the cognitive thought. But when you think about the process and you get your stomach kind of gets all anxious and you think, oh my gosh, I really don't think I can deal with the scrutiny and the stress. And I don't want to go through that interview process. And I don't want to leave the comfort zone of what I know in my current role, position, or job. That is when your nervous system is functioning from fear and anxiety, and you're not actually going to be congruent with that cognitive thought you would like about having more money and having a different position or job. And that is why, even if you've tried journaling and affirmations and being very positive and trying to act confident even when you don't feel confident, it doesn't always work because your body is not buying it. Your subconscious mind is not buying it. It is instead trying to keep you safe, and it keeps you safe by staying at that same level of income, in that same position, in that same environment where you know what to expect. Okay. So, how do we uncover what we're hiding in our bodies? What's stopping us without being obvious to our cognitive minds? I'm going to ask you to do some things today. First of all, I'm going to ask you to stop thinking too much. Right now, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to do a quick exercise with you. You're going to let go of your mind and you're going to become very present with your body, because our body holds the secrets. I'd like you to place a hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. These are two major areas where we hold stress and anxiety, or where our body sends us signals. It whispers to us with a raising a rising heartbeat, or when your heart starts to beat faster, or your stomach starts to turn, or everything starts to feel clenched. This is your body sending you signals. Now, one of the ways that we can be tuned into this is by actually placing our hands on these areas and paying attention to the signs and symptoms. So I'd like you to put one hand on your chest, another hand on your stomach or your belly button, taking a nice deep breath in, and then breathing all the way out. And again, taking a nice deep breath in and all the way out. And one more time, a nice deep breath in, all the way out. And I just want you to let yourself know that in this moment you are safe, and whatever information you're about to receive or you're about to uncover, it's okay. You're in a safe space, and we're going to process through it, and we're going to come out the other side. So now I'd like you to stop thinking, because I'm going to ask you a question. And when I ask you this question, I want you to see what immediately comes to your mind without you thinking about it. Do not let it go through the filter of your mind. Instead, I want you to blurt it out or just let it pop out like something that surprises you. So I want you to answer this question. People like you, meaning me or you, ask yourself this in the first person. People like me don't finish the sentence. People like me don't get to whatever it is with money. Don't get to have a lot of money, have ease with money, have too much money. People like me don't get to be really rich. People like me don't get to have more than my parents. People like me don't get to go beyond the known. People like me don't feel safe. Whatever it is that comes up, I'd like you to make a note of it. It's really helpful when we do these exercises. If you do have paper and pen, if you don't have paper and pen, just make a note of it or write it down, because I'm going to ask you the second question now. And I'd also like you to just keep an eye or a feeling on your body. What's going on? What's your body feeling? What are the sensations? What's happening in your chest? What's happening in your stomach? What's happening at the back of your head or neck? Okay. Here's the next question. Are you guys ready for the next question? Okay, the next question. The next question is, it's not safe for me to finish this sentence. It's not safe for me to, in regards to money. In regards to money, it's not safe for me to what? Have more, have less, spend, receive, show off, have more than others. What is it not safe for you to do in regards to money? Finally, remember, no thinking. And you're free to, by the way, share your answers in the chat. You're welcome to share in the chat. The final one. In regards to money, income, opportunities, or receiving, finish this sentence. I am not worthy of. I am not worthy of having more, having too much, having more than my brother, sister, partner, lover, friend. I'm not worthy of being very successful. I'm not worthy of, finish the sentence. What is coming up? I'm not worthy of being promoted. I'm not worthy of earning more than my husband or my wife. I'm not worthy of Whatever it is, finish the sentence. What are you getting here? What is coming up for you? What is your subconscious mind in this moment? Because we tapped into our body and we created an energetic field that we were able to sneak into your subconscious mind. What comes up? And if you're not getting anything, someone said, this sentence isn't true for me, I'm worthy, shows up, then that's fantastic. And I just want to make sure that that is your subconscious mind speaking, not your cognitive, because sometimes if there is something that you wish to receive, or if you're not breaking through to having more abundance than before in your past, and you're wondering what the disconnect is, sometimes we have brainwashed our cognitive mind so much that we're not open to receiving what the subconscious mind is actually functioning from. But if you are congruent, like if your mind, body, and energy are all congruent with I am worthy, and your life is showing you that you are worthy and you have everything, and you're getting the results, and you have your desires being fulfilled, then that is fantastic. And you don't have to have a worthiness issue. You do not have to have a money issue, even to do this challenge. All it's going to do is amplify your receiving and your worth more. Okay, there is nothing wrong with you. You're not doing this challenge because you're broken or unworthy to begin with. We're doing it to amplify. First of all, we're doing it to amplify our knowing of who we are, finding the hidden triggers of what runs or rules our subconscious mind, and finally, of allowing ourselves to go beyond anywhere. So I talk about going from good to great. And then I talk about going from great to exceptional, because I have a great life. I have great income, great money, great family, great business, great success. But that should still not be a limitation. That should not stop me from receiving more and finding anything that stops me from believing that even more is possible. I love these comments coming through, guys. Thank you for sharing. It's not safe for me to have more money and ease, as I'm not worthy of having more than men in my family. That's a really good one. I have to struggle to get anything. It's not safe just because near me people start to get jealous. That's a big reason we subconsciously stop ourselves, or consciously stop ourselves, actually. It doesn't even have to be subconscious. People like me don't want money. It's not safe to receive more money as people take it away, and I'm not worthy of receiving. I love that. People like me don't get success, have more than others, or have savings. I'm not worthy of running a successful business. I love that. How good is the savings one? Like, there is so much programming around being able to have surplus. Okay, so a lot of people, it's okay to have as much as you need and just enough to get by, or enough to like have all your needs met. But then that surplus of being able to have lots of savings and feeling very comfortable and confident, and knowing that if there's an emergency or you need more money, that you just have it sitting there in your savings. That is a big one that a lot of people are programmed to not have accessible to them, because of the beliefs around it's not good to want or to need or to have more than what you actually need. You shouldn't have more than what you need. You shouldn't have surplus. Okay, so it's really great to find these hidden things. Is anyone surprised by what's coming up? Okay, this is wonderful. Great comments. Okay, now, have you got something? And even if you don't, keep watching, because I'm going to do the next part now. But I would like you to understand that the things we are uncovering here are your hidden money blocks, your subconscious money blocks, and the money stories that live in your body and your nervous system. not in your cognitive mind. This isn't what you want to think about money. This is what your body believes about money. So to clear this, I'm going to use a combination of my method of combining energy with your body, with somatic work, with kinesiology. And the most common place that I am finding, because I tap into the collective when I do a group session like this online, I'm tapping in to see what your bodies are telling me. And I'm going to do some muscle testing on the group as a whole. And when I did that muscle testing, what I found was this was stored for a large majority of you in your stomach, which is why we spoke about the stomach. Okay. So when I say stomach, I'm talking about the energetic as well as the physical organ. And in kinesiology, we have emotions that are linked to different organs. And they are linked through many different methodologies like Chinese traditional medicine, acupuncture, acupressure. We know that there are emotions associated with organs, associated with points of origin. Now, I would like to tell you that in the stomach, one of the main emotional beliefs that are associated with stomach to do with your money beliefs is being oversympathetic. Oversympathetic means we are very sympathetic or open to everyone around us and not wanting to offend or go beyond or to have more than the people around us. Now, at a cognitive level, you might not resonate with that. You might think, no, Adela, I'm fine with having more money than other people around me. I have no problem being the richest friend or having more money than anyone else in my family. But I want you to think about how your body feels. I want you to think about how your body feels when you have more than anyone else. Okay? So tap into this. Close your eyes. Go to your stomach and think about having more than anyone else. Think about having more than anyone else. And I want you to think of, and I want you to go to your stomach. Go to your stomach and feel what it is going through. The nervous energy. The uneasy feeling. I want you to imagine yourself, and I'm going to tell you what age. I want you to imagine yourself around 5 years old. That's the age that's just come up. 5 to 6. And I want you to see if you get anything, a memory or a sensation in your body when I ask you to imagine that you're 5 years old and someone around you either has more than you or you have more than them. Like you've just realized that you have something that your best friend doesn't. Or your best friend or family member or sibling or someone got given something and you missed out. So the concept here is somebody else is missing out. And this is really great. Someone's just written, yes, uneasy. That is a very good way to describe the sensation. That uneasy feeling in your stomach when you realize that you having something mean like somebody else is missing out and you suddenly feel a bit guilty or uneasy, or you don't know how you're meant to enjoy what you have, or somebody else has something and you're feeling that pang of jealousy and desire and want. It's not even jealousy in a bad way, it's just you're 5 to 6 years old, somebody got given an ice cream and you didn't. Somebody got given a lolly or candy or praise and you didn't. And that little child is trying to reconcile, because we don't understand money and economics and fairness at that point in our lives. That little child is trying to understand why somebody else got it and they didn't. And they realized it does not feel nice when they have something or somebody else has something and somebody else misses out. And this is the beginning of your understanding of being oversympathetic to other people's needs as well as yours in regards to having. And Ada's written, I only felt missing out not having primary care in your life. That's a huge one. Imagine that. Imagine seeing other kids, or knowing, even watching TV and seeing mums and dads and happy families all around you, and you're wondering why that's not your reality. That is a huge creator of that feeling of unease and not being able to reconcile having versus not having. I want you to understand that most of you are highly aware and very in tune, intuitive, empathetic beings. That means that whether or not you cognitively understood what was going on, if somebody around you was missing out or you were missing out, you had a sensation or a feeling about it and you never reconciled it. Okay. Then we continue to hold that. Now, as we become older, as we become adults, we understand things cognitively and we can rationalize, right? So, as adults, what do we think and say? Well, the world isn't a fair place. Not everyone has the same amount. There has to be winners and losers. Some people are more successful than others. Some people come from a lot of money, some people don't. We can rationalize and understand how money works and why some people have more than others, why some people receive more than others. But the block here that stops you from receiving more than a certain amount is where we still function from. So I've got a couple of comments here in the comment section where Varsha is saying her mother was uneasy about money. Ada said she just got reminded that she was at a playground and with her mother, and she had a treat and a child didn't have the treat and she felt so bad. It stuck with me for so many years. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody else, Rashmi, is saying she felt bad. She felt super uncomfortable. And this is really important, guys. Super uncomfortable. When you feel uncomfortable, most of us will do anything to avoid that feeling of discomfort because we're not very good at being uncomfortable, right? No one likes being uncomfortable. No one likes feeling discomfort because we're not taught how to deal with it or to handle it. So what do we do in life? It's very common. Everyone knows that most people avoid discomfort. They avoid uncomfortable situations. Now, the uncomfortable situation in this scenario was Rashmi having more than others. Ada, the uncomfortable situation was her having more than another child at a playground. The uncomfortable situation, a couple of people in the chat are talking about their mothers, which is a huge one, and we've got another day in the challenge dedicated to family, don't worry. Your mother's feeling uncomfortable or uneasy with money, maybe having more than others or less than others. This is where that becomes a subconscious and irrational block to having more in your life. This is why you still don't receive more, even though you cognitively understand, believe, and want more. This is how subconscious programming and blocks in our body work. Does this make sense? Is this resonating? Is this creating some light bulb moments for you guys? Because you've always done so much work on the mindset, on the positivity, on the healing, on the being worthy, feeling worthy, yet you didn't understand why you still had things that were not working out for you. Okay, I want you to now tap into your body. As I said that, we take a sigh of relief. When our bodies experience truth, we feel like there is some sort of release, there is a lightness, there is an expansion, there is a sense of recognizing that, oh, this is true, this is what's been happening. Okay. So, hopefully, for many of you, we've just explained how money blocks have been hidden in your body, and that there are a lot of money blocks associated with your stomach organ or meridian, and it's to do with you picking up on or being connected to others in regards to having and not having. So what I'm going to do now is the final step of this is we're going to clear this in our bodies, because you're still going to feel this a little bit in your body until we do this final step. And then I'm going to ask you to see how you're going. So you're going to take one hand, okay? This is part of one way that I clear when I work with people is you're going to take a hand, you're going to put it over your belly button or your stomach, wherever you feel that sensation or that symptom the strongest when it comes to that oversympathetic feeling, that uncomfortable feeling, that feeling of unease in your gut. Put your hand directly over that area. Your other hand, I want you to just place it over your emotional points or your memory points, over your forehead. You're going to tilt your head down a little bit. You're going to go back in your mind to being 5, 6, being a child, having those memories, having that experience. If none of this is resonating, that's okay. Your body holds a memory that your cognitive mind does not necessarily need to remember or understand for this clearing to work. I'm going to ask you to just ask your body to let go of everything and anything it's holding on to in regards to you being a child and feeling bad or uncomfortable or not worthy of, or picking up on the unfairness of the concept of somebody gets to have and somebody else misses out, whether it was you missing out or somebody else around you missing out. The concept of the contrast here is what creates the block, because it creates discomfort. And we don't like that. And so we avoid it. So as adults, we have avoided receiving too much more than others. It's safe to receive a little bit more, but not too much more that it would make you obnoxiously more successful, rich, or favored compared to others around you that you care about, because you do not want to sit with that discomfort. So I would like you to take one hand, if not already, on your stomach, your other across your forehead. You're going to take deep breaths in and out and ask your body to clear this memory, clear this association, and clear this belief. And you're going to keep breathing in and out, nice deep breaths in and out. Until you feel your body relax and you feel your whole system come out of resistance, come out of fight or flight, come out of stress, come out of that dis-ease or unease around money, and just feel like you can completely relax and feel safe. That lack of safety that you held around not wanting to have more or less than others. Allow your body to let it go. And allow your nervous system to relax. and allow your nervous system to realign to the version of you that is allowed to have more than before, more than anyone else, more than somebody else that you care about. And you having more does not mean somebody else misses out or has less. There is enough in the universe, there is enough abundance that we can all have enough now. Now, as an adult, we can create a world where we all have, because there is more than enough, there is abundance. We do not need to function from either or, winning or losing, having or not having. I get, so they miss out. I want you to just understand that it is now safe for you to have and to keep receiving, to keep having, to keep getting more, and to get more than what you were taught was safe, a safe amount for you to receive as a child. And any one of you that were told or taught that if you get, then somebody else misses out, sometimes it's not even done in a bad way. Sometimes in order to teach us sharing, in order to teach us caring, our parents say things, or teachers say things, or friends and parents say things like, be a good girl, be a good boy. You don't want your friend to be sad because they've missed out. You don't want them to not have any, so you need to share your lollies, or share your toys, or share your attention. Share your parents' love. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that teaching or saying, but as a child, we interpret it in a different way. We interpret it as a limit to how much we can have, because it's not good for us to get all of it or to get more of it than somebody else. And now the final part of today's exercise, we come to integration, because now you might have felt some dis-ease or unease as we were processing that and clearing that. I want you to feel your body start to relax, your heartbeat returning to normal, your stomach starting to drop, relax, feel like you have nothing sitting in your stomach, no issues with digestion, no sense of unease in your gut, no discomfort when you think about you receiving more or having more, even if you get more than others around you. I want you to imagine yourself receiving more tomorrow or today than you had yesterday or any day before that. I want you to now imagine yourself receiving that daily figure quickly and easily. I want you to imagine you receiving your miracle figure or your miracle ask easily, miraculously, just landing out of nowhere, and you don't have to do any mental arithmetic around, are you worthy of it? Are you deserving of it? Should you get it or not? If you get it, who do you have to share it with? Who do you have to give it to? I want you to just make it so easy for you to receive. And I want you to allow and expect miracles this 5-day money challenge. Okay. So just to complete today, we're going to take a few deep breaths in and out. Feel your heartbeat return to normal. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Straighten up your posture. Feel your stomach relax. Okay. Any questions before we finish with today's exercise? Any comments, any feedback? All right, as you guys are typing, I'm going to tell you just a final few things. Every day, post your updates, post what you've received, post your breakthroughs, post your aha moments. Every time you post into our Facebook group or on this YouTube stream of this video, we will put you into a draw. At the end of this program, you are going to win either a scholarship to the Miracle Money program, which I'll tell you more about soon, or you will get some other bonus prizes that we have, including some of our really exciting products that we have, like our wealth whispering or body whispering oils. Okay. So every time you participate, it keeps the energy moving for you. The more you move the energy over the next 5 days, the more you're going to process through, the more you give, and the more you share about your wins or your losses. It's okay. It's okay if you do day 1 and day 2 and you say, I'm not receiving any more money. What's going on? It's going to start working. Do not worry. If this is your first 5-day money challenge, you are going to get results. If this is your fifth 5-day money challenge, you already know you're going to get results. But what if this year it was bigger and better and easier than that? Okay. So you will always be able, so what's going to happen for the 5 days? For the next 5 days, every day, I'm going to go live at the same time. It was 5:30 p.m. in New Zealand, 3:30 p.m. in Australia. I think it was 11 a.m. in India, 9:30 a.m. in the UAE. You will be able to watch the replay in our Facebook group. And this is also where I encourage you to participate and to share and post in the group. Or you can watch it live on, you can watch the replay on our YouTube link. If you've signed up, if you've registered, you'll get the emails with the links. And if you haven't registered, you can still register. It's not too late. And you can also invite family and friends to join this challenge. The replays will be available for free in this challenge to those of you that have registered for the next 2 weeks. After that, we will remove the free replay because it is so valuable and it's going to be part of our paid content. So you've got 2 weeks to participate and then watch the replays. So, and if you have any questions, you can just post into the Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, you use the YouTube link and you post your question underneath any of the daily videos, and the admin team or I will get back to you. So tomorrow we have a different exercise focusing on a different angle of mind, body, and energy to uncover money blocks and to increase your receiving and increase your luck, your success, and your money in your life. So I look forward to seeing you then. Good luck for the next 5 days. I can't wait to see the results and hear about the results. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, here we go.